Okay, friends, let's continue with this HIV/AIDS. In the previous lectures, we discussed about the structure and the pattern of infection, how the virus infects the host cells, and how it utilizes the host machinery to replicate its DNA and to produce its multiple copies and then infect the other cells. So, in this lecture, we will discuss about the transmission of the HIV. First of all, that this AIDS is actually a zoonotic disease. Zoonotic disease. So this AIDS is a zoonotic disease. As we know, we are now aware about the COVID-19. That too is a zoonotic disease. What is that zoonotic disease? The disease which separates from non-humans to humans is called a zoonotic disease, and that process called zoonosis. So the disease separate from non-humans to humans is called a zoonotic disease. Such a process called zoonosis. Likewise, the COVID-19, which is a zoonotic disease, we separate from the bats or the pangolins into the humans and jumped from those animals into the humans. Likewise, it's suggested that this HIV virus also jumped from the apes and the monkeys into the humans. So actually, it was a virus which was found in the apes, especially chimpanzee. In these apes, chimpanzee and monkeys as well, they contain a virus which is called SIV, Simian immunodeficiency virus. Simon immunodeficiency virus, which was found in these apes, chimpanzee, and monkeys, it is thought that it is because of the bushmeat practice. Bushmeat practice. The bushmeat practice, which was thought to be the cultural practice of the Africans, they killed the animals. Mammals, the primates, they killed mostly the primates like the monkeys, apes, and sold their meat, utilized their meat. So this was a trade of the animals there, which was happening at that time in Africa, which was called a bushmeat practice. Likewise, it is in the Wuhan where the trade of the dead animals, trade of the animals, killed animals, poached animals was on a large scale done. Due to which the virus jumped from some other animals like the bats, or the camels or the pangolins into the human beings. Likewise, the bushmeat practice of the Africans, it was actually a cultural practice there. They used to kill the animals, train the animals, and eat the animals. During this practice, this virus, which was found in these apes, which was called a Simon immunodeficiency virus, it got jumped from these apes while killing or biting by these chimpanzees or monkeys through the blood. That means this through the blood the virus entered into the body of the humans. So it mutated. So it became HIV. That means this SIV after post mutation changed into HIV, which is nowadays called human immunodeficiency virus. So this is actually a valuable suggestion which has many grounds that this virus changed into HIV later on after post mutation SIV, which became later on HIV, because it causes a very dreadful disease in humans, which is called AIDS. So this is one reason that this SIV after post mutation changed into human immunodeficiency virus. So it jumped from the apes, especially the chimpanzees, and jumped from apes into the humans. So it was actually a zoonotic disease, zoonotic transmission. And after post mutation, it was thought that this SIV changed into HIV. So in this way, the humans got this HIV virus. So after that, the HIV virus started to, in fact, it was start to transmit from person to person, humans to human, especially those persons which were uh, involved in oral, anal, or vaginal sexual intercourses. So it is actually a sexually transmitted diseases which gets transferred through the oral, anal, or vaginal sexual intercourses. So this was the basic transmission from animals to humans. Now we have uh, we have started to produce many drugs to cure, to treat this. We are not able to cure this because we do not have uh, we don't have right now a drug or a vaccine because of the mutation, high mutation rate of this virus. We simply have the treatment which is available. It's called art and heart, which is an advanced than this. ART means antiretroviral therapy or treatment, and HEART means highly active antiretroviral therapy. This is ART, antiretroviral therapy or treatment, and this is highly active antiretroviral therapy or treatment. So these are the therapy techniques, treatment techniques by which we can combat the virus. We are not able to cure the disease, but we can to some extent to stop its infection rate by these drugs, highly active antiretroviral treatment or drugs. There are many drugs available, for example, fusion inhibitors, binding inhibitors, and there are inhibitors for reverse transcriptase inhibitors, integrase inhibitors, and protease inhibitors. So we can say there are reverse transcriptase inhibitors, there are fusion inhibitors, there are integrase inhibitors, there are protease inhibitors. So these are the drugs which come under this highly active antiretroviral therapy or antiretroviral therapy. There is another that's called AZT, azithromycin. So fusion inhibitors, reverse transcriptase inhibitors, fusion inhibitors. This is the fusion inhibitor which inhibits the fusion, blocking that glycoprotein, that is GP41. Then reverse transcriptase inhibitors inhibiting the reverse transcriptase enzyme, integrase inhibitors, then protease inhibitors. So these are the inhibitors, drugs which have been made in order to combat this virus, in order to slow down its infection ability. So this is the treatment mechanism by which we can combat the virus to a very greater extent. So this is transmission, and this is how we can treat the disease like this AIDS. So actually AIDS develops fully when there is one more point we must mention, that when the CD4 positive cell count goes below 200, less than 200 cells per microliter. So when the CD4 cell count goes below 200 cells per microliter, we can define that situation as AIDS. So there is less number of CD4 helper T cells. When the CD4 positive helper T cells go below 200, we can say this is the AIDS defining situation. This is that situation which will lead to AIDS. So there is very low count of CD4 positive cells, especially the helper T cells, which go below 200. Normally which are 500 to 1500 normally, but they go below 200. And when they are below 200, we can say the person has developed AIDS. But it takes a lot of time, it takes 7, 8 or 10 years to lead to such a critical condition, chronic condition, and then finally lead to AIDS. So this is how we This is the transmission, and this is how we can treat the disease to combat this. Hope that you have enjoyed the lectures. For more lectures on these topics, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.